colors we can use to make everything. Yeah? Okay. The brush we're going to use is the 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch flat. Just flat. This is long for a reason, but not for this painting. Some brushes are very long and they want to know why. It's because sometimes you need to do little things far away. And so you only use like the tip, but not today. I'm just using a big one because it's the only one I could find really quickly. Okay, so I'm putting a little bit of yellow with a little bit of water because it's a little bit stiff. I want to test it. I want to see how yellow that is. It's very yellow. So I'm going to put it on the top of my painting. Just on the top of my painting, very watered down, and it's coming down to the center only. Because I want to create, and I'm going to stop right here on the ledge. I'm just going to go like this, spreading my yellow. It's very thin. So start doing that, please. And you stop right here, right there. I don't need my yellow here. I don't need the yellow here. It's just in the center, like in a funnel kind of idea. Okay? That's just yellow. Very thin. Later, when the painting is done, you can go back and put the colors as thick as you want. But because I want it to dry today and fast, I need to do it thin, not too watery, so it will dry. So there is water on the paint, but not water dripping on your canvas. If you run out of yellow, put a little bit more because we're going to put it on the bottom of the painting in a minute, but it's just a tiny little dot. Okay, so you go back with that yellow, water down a little bit, not dripping. And I want you to put, you see, this is my walkway. I want you to put a little bit of them like that. I want the light kind of peek through the leaves a little bit. So I'm just putting a little bit of flashes of light on the walkway, on the stone right here. You see my triangle. Why am I putting the color first? The white and the yellow, because I want it to be so crisp with the white. You can do it later, but it won't be as crisp. So when you want something crisp and showing a lot, you do it over the white at the beginning. And obviously this is going horizontal this way. So when I did my blushes, they're going like this. If somebody has their microphone on, I'm sorry, let's check. Okay, so now you grab a little bit more of that yellow, not so watered down. And you see there are some happy, nice leaves, banana leaves, whatever they are, huge leaves going now this way. I just wanna make one. Okay, why don't you identify where they are? 2, 3, 4. You're not painting them. You're just making an area light. So when we put the purple, we don't struggle. There's another leaf here. It doesn't matter how it looks. Don't worry about it. And there is another leaf here and another one here. And it doesn't matter if it's the same color. I just want to preserve that area light. because we're doing something called claro oscuro. It means dark to light. Okay, are we ready to move? So start looking for we're going to create olive color that we need to spread on the back right here, okay? So how do you create an olive color? You get your green with a little bit of yellow. Oops, I wanna make sure it's not dripping. A little bit of yellow, a tiny bit of black or brown. You know, black takes over. It's very strong. So you gotta be kind of careful. I'm just gonna top up my yellow until I have an olivey color. Judy, do you have brown?
No, I used the black. It's fine. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
But I do have brown, yes.
With brown, it becomes more olivey. If you want it to be more dead looking, not so bright.
Okay.
Sorry, Graciela, did you add, is this Hooker's green you're using?
Yeah.
And you added something to it?
I added tiny bit of black, tiny bit of yellow to make an olive green if you don't own an olive green. So look, when you put a tiny bit of brown, it's really pretty. I advise to put a tiny bit of brown. So you will have time to make your color. I just want you to look at me for now. We need to do the bushes on the back that are going this way. This is my here. This is this bush, and I'm just applying bush-like tiny little strokes, tiny little strokes. Sometimes when you mix your own colors, you have some colors already on your brush. I have some brown that showed up, which is pretty. Okay. We will put that yellow back in there, whatever color goes on top. I just want to make sure we do the little bush. This is this bush here. Okay. On the column, we have this plant here, but there is some green going this way. So on the bottom of your column, you're going to just put it really softly here. And then with another brush, you blend it. A clean brush is slightly moist, not too much. You just blend the color with your yellow. We will put all those bright colors later. We're just creating the shadows. I can play it so it's not so square. Maybe you go around with, you will need, maybe I should have told you this. You need the square and a blending brush, which will be this guy who's clean at all times, blending what you put in there. Now, what I like about this is going like in a smiley way, going that way. Let's define the olive color on our walkway. So decide, this is my walkway here, this one. And there is a planter right here, and then opens up this way. So this is my little planter right here, where things are growing from. You do it on this olive color, okay? The planter is going to have all these goodies coming out. if you make it smooth enough with one stroke, you can do a lot of stuff. The planter is flat and it has a shadow. And look, I'm just rubbing it in there. Rubbing it this color. So I'm going to stop so you can catch up, mix more color if you need to, because we need more of these to trace the whole painting. Yeah? So I'm going to make more. How did I make that guy? I put a little bit of my green, a little bit of black, a little bit of brown and yellow, which disappear already kind of, and water. And you see how diluted that is? As I told you, later you can go and put lots of paint in there. I had to paint things so we can finish today. I made these very irregular because the shadows are irregular. They kind of, because it's a plant, you know? And you see now that I mix it again, it became darker, which I like, doesn't matter. So now we go here and there is a plant picking out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see this little bush by our, so we just go 1, 2, there's a little guy picking right there. We're just drawing right now. So our little guy's right here, okay? So I don't know if you noticed, but there is a planter here, right here, right here. Careful with it when making these, don't make it so strong because all the leaves are going to go on top of it. Like I made a mistake here, my yellow, I wanted yellow, I don't want a strong. So erase the stripe, whatever you think your leaf is going to cross, so you don't have that killing you later, like, oh no, I have a line. So all you do is put water and go like that. Now you have it back open. So this is a flat bed here with stuff that you can put stuff if you want later. So there is another bush right there going up. Why am I putting it before the wall? It's because I want you to understand where the plants are, because it's a very dark painting because we're going dark to light. That's my bush right here. Sitting right there really happily. Now you can go to the park and paint everything after this one. Everything you see. So there is more green, beautiful things happening. Right here you see there's some moss maybe growing on the rocks. It's like a rocky thing. So we're going to define our rocks. So I have like one rock here, maybe another one there, maybe a smaller one here, maybe another one there. Very gently, please don't make them too obvious. Just decide where your rocks are going to be. This is kind of boring, so they're going all the same way. Maybe I make it smaller, something breaking these up. And in between the yellow, you flat, flat, flat. Go like this. Flat. And just like that. You have some messy things going. We will put tons of color. We're drawing. We're making sure our drawing makes sense. One thing that I noticed, and I want to create on this one, this is not so straight. It's more like a slanted. So I want to go like this. Create a little bit of a indentation curve. That way it's kind of cute. It's worn down from people walking to this place. Let's see. I think somebody has their microphone on. Let's see. Yeah. Judy, I think yours is on, maybe? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I love the music though. Okay, so everybody catch up? Go. Should we move? Let's see, discover more.
Can you wait a little bit? Just, I'm sorry.
Oh, you know what? I should look at your gardens now, because by now we have an idea. So Steph, do you have something to show us? Nice. Look at those perfect rocks. Nice, nice. Now she's starting to put all the green around the rocks. Good. Do you see the other persons? No. Judy? Ooh, very good. Let me see. Julie? Oh, nice. I like it. It's dark. I like it. Looking good. Keep that strength. Leslie? Ooh. Leslie, you have a bigger? You have like a big one? How big is your painting? Like 12 by 19 something.
Sorry, 12 by 16.
Oh yeah, okay, perfect. So you have more work to do. Nora, can I see yours? Ooh, that's a pretty color, Nora. Very nice. I think everybody has it, so I'm happy. I think we all going to have a nice, making sense painting. So I don't know if you noticed, but this thing has a lot of plaster things going on the back. Yeah? This is like an old mansion, San Francisco or something, Paris, something like that. But let's put all our trees again back into place. So I'm going to make up more of my olive color. Ooh, this is too dark. That black is just takes over. So I gotta get yellow on that. Okay. My, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be slightly darker. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. Get your eyes on me, please. We're going to design this column here. So the top of we're doing with this brush, okay? The top of our column is something like that, but then it has one lip going this way, something that goes up and goes that way. We will do that with black and another color. But first, because I don't want you to, it has a bowl if you want to make it. And it comes down like this. If you don't want to make any of those things, don't do it. I'm just making the wall. This goes down here and down here. I'm just using my same color that I've been using for the plants. And the wall goes down here. Please don't put it on your yellow because it's going to be hard to get rid of it. Yep. And it becomes really dark. I'm just going around my plant so it becomes really dark on the back here. So let's do that. Later we make our wall straight. We has lavenders, it has purples, it has a lot of stuff. You can create the top of your wall the way you want it. Maybe this guy needs a little bit of a curve here. It's going to be kind of disappearing with all that forest in there, but it's good to have it just in case. You can put a statue. You can put Venus in there standing. In your garden is whatever you want to have, a dove or nothing.
Graciela,
Yeah,
is there, you see where your ball is, yeah? Is
yeah,
there something to the right of that that's in gray? I can't really see.
yeah. To the right here?
No, I'm sorry. So on the left side of your painting,
Yeah,
on the left. No, on what you just painted. I'm sorry. What?
it's just branches.
Oh.
It's just a branch going down. So that's why I said this is going to be covered with stuff.
No, on the right-hand side of where you just pointed, is there something there?
Okay, I'm going. Here?
Yeah, did you already paint something on there? It looks gray on my phone. I can't tell.
Yeah, that's darkness. There's nothing in there. There's just shadows of leaves. That's it. That's why it went shadowy. We're not going to tell anything here. This is just leaves going down this way. There's nothing on the wall. There's a wall here going down. That's it. And the top. And that's all we have to worry about because the rest, everything is being covered. Okay. So let's put now our second green that goes on the back, and that's our hooker's green, or any green, emerald green, whatever green you have. In our case, it's the hooker's green, this green. I want to test it to make sure it's not too loud. I want to put a tiny bit of yellow on it, just because I want a different green. So whoever owns only one green, make sure it looks slightly different. So a little bit of yellow. I want to make this green here. So I'm putting behind this ball, I'm making a big tree. And all I'm doing, this was hooker's green. Don't put it on here too much. You don't need to. It's just here. It has some blues. It has some colors. That's it. This is my little tree that goes right here. But that tree goes, that color goes on top of your bush, like a border. Like halfway.
This is just Hooker's green?
Yeah, hooker's green with tiny bit of yellow. So it's a happy color, not so dark. Because we're creating a contrast. And once in a while, leave like a leaf that is just came out this way. That's it. It's okay to go on top of your column and touch it. It's okay. And when you get to the grass, just go like this 1, 2, 3 times. That's it. Okay? Most of the painting is going to be done with those two brushes, the square one and the round one for blending. If you don't like something, that's when you go with the round brush and you said, oh, this is a little bit too square, I want it round. So we just go like that and make it round. Make sure the border already has that color, okay? Now the same Hooker's green with a tiny bit of that yellow, I mix it again, tiny bit of the yellow, Hooker's green. The bottom of the painting on where I had my shadow, I go on top of my shadow again, but this time I just go halfway. So I'm creating like 3-tone shadow here. Okay, I'm going to put it really close to you. See that I have like 3 tones in there, or 2. This is darker because it's closer to where the planter is. Really important that the planter has a border. So all I'm doing is going like that. And it doesn't show too much on that, but do a little bit of this green like this on the border of it, because later I left some white for a border. See that? I left some white right here. And I just went out with my green all the way right there. Because I want to have that mossy color in the border. Some little tiny little moss coming out. Same here. Leave the border and put a little bit of that. We may not even see it when we put our plants, but just in case, why not have a nice little bed of mossy things. I like to paint from photos better because you come out with better things sometimes. So if I show you in the model a photo and you see it, oh no, I won't be able to paint that. Trust me, please sign up. You will be able to do your best job. So if you don't see a painting and you see a photo and you're like, not sure, believe me, it's going to be actually better.
Graciela,
Yep.
with tree leaves, for example, the tree in your background, is it better to go in a circular motion or to go up and down?
So
Do you have any?
Yeah, I went down, but I make bulbs of groups by going like that in a circle motion, because remember, they are like bulky things coming out of a branch. You know, there is a branch has a ball of things. Yeah. So if you go down, 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 down in a circle way, later you can go with your wet, not so wet brush, but clean, and you can go and create some mixing into with them. I'm trying to leave some yellow in between too, because that gives it a 3D look. Okay, so we have the mossy growing here, the moss growing there. That has to grow in between the rocks because it's a moist, very moisty area. So the same color, the happy color that we made, is going to go, this is very green, very purpley here. So we're going to jump and we just do here. Put a little bit of that moss right there. Maybe all this is mossy.
What it's a green and yellow?
Yeah, the Hooker's green and the yellow, or any green. Just make it different than the whatever color you had in the background. Some of you don't have colors. You only have like 1 color or 2 colors. So that's why So you see moss growing in there on top of my rock. Now I'm putting it more like a rock. But this is the trick. I want you to come down. This is the corner of my planter here. I want you to come down this way because the moss grows down right there. You can put a few colors of that here, but I don't want it here on the top, just on the bottom. We're painting light. Don't worry. Later you can go when the class is over and put your chunks of color on top. If we were to put the chunks right now, it doesn't dry. We have to wait, and it's just because it has too many colors on top. Don't forget to do this line here. It's really important. So when we put the light colors, you have a border. Okay, so we're gonna put some of that nice mossy color on these dark and one plants, but only in a few, not the whole plant. So let's do the hooker's green with the yellow. And I just wanna put 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and something there. And here, well, a little bit, that's it. Not too much. Because my moss goes all the way to the border, I want to make sure it's mossy on the border. So back again to the same color. You see these happy things that are happening here? So there is a tall guy. This is the tallest of all, but doesn't have that color. So I don't care right now to put that color. I'm going to do the smaller push, which is just going one plant here, going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Later, we put the flowers, we put more stuff. And I just want to go like I have a plant here. And I have another one there. We're going to put the flowers at the end. So I have just putting leaves around, whatever you think looks good. We're going to put black on the back, but I just don't want the green to get lost. So just poke it for now. Some green in there. Some green going down, pouring out of the planter. There's a tall guy later, has all the colors. Right now, I want to put the lighter colors so the dark won't kill them. That's the thing, you have to think. We're thinking like oil. This was oil. So we're painting like oil. Painting. You put the light first. Okay, so yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. Who doesn't have yellow ochre? Which is just yellow and brown, basically. Okay, so let's get that one in your plate. If you wanted to make something very nice, you can put gold now, the real gold, instead of the yellow ochre, and paint with that.
Green gold, you said?
If you want gold, metallic gold, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
what about that nickel azo?
Ooh, that would be beautiful, but make sure it's this color, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's talking about an amazing color she bought.
It's a little darker, but
Yeah. So You can use the gold and then later apply some shadows of the ochre on top. Okay, so everybody has this color. This one. That's the tan color. So now is the moment you're going to design the leaves. So I have one here. Come down this way, and it goes up and down this way, and that way. So let's design that guy first. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. It's just a little bit of a insinuation that it's a leaf going down that way. So whoever's using the gold, do that, and later do the veins with the ochre. Yeah. There is one guy going this. One way to know, you can do the center first, going like that, and then divide it into, maybe that's easier. Go all the way to the corner. If you notice, there are two guys peeking right here, going down, and then you can put it here and put it there. That's another leaf.
Graciela,
Yeah.
how do you pick the colors from their containers? Because I'm wasting a lot of them.
Who is talking to me, Christina?
Christina.
You know what? Show me, 1 second. I want to see your container, but I want to put you on my screen. 1 second. I use so little. Christina, show me.
See this?
Yeah.
And then every time I have to pick it up, I have to clean this, and then I pick this up.
No, so that's too much.
I know, I've been just
No.
wasting a lot.
No. You see my tiny drop? It's like a tiny drop. So you are going to have one brush in with water. That is the one that picks up the paint, just a little twing. Whatever you're going to use, and you put it in the plate. It's just, you see how little?
Wow.
Yeah, it's just tiny bit. So
But
you have
how do
a
you
clean brush,
Okay.
and you poke it and put it in there, and then put your brush back in water. So
Okay.
when you pick the next color,
Uh-huh.
you dry the brush and you pick the color and you poke it in there. So with your brush, better than the knife.
Oh, okay.
Do you have two brushes?
I have several brushes.
Yeah. So one will be for picking paint.
Oh, okay.
And keep it in with water.
Okay.
Yeah, I use very little, tiny.
Oh, this is my second class. I'm almost done with all my paint.
Oh no. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
The best paint to buy are these containers.
Oh, I see.
They're 4 ounces.
Got it.
Or you can buy very inexpensive little tiny ones. I can show you. Any container like this will last you years. It's like, I have these forever. This is 2
Wow.
ounces, but it's very condensed and it's craft smart.
Okay.
These are $2
Okay.
at Michael's. Or they come in a container for like 12 colors or 16 colors for $26, whatever. So
Okay.
I will advise these guys, and they have many colors. Martha Stewart has a lot of these beautiful colors.
Okay. Thank you. I will do that.
Okay, so let's do the next one. The colors to buy: hot pink, Naples yellow, Payne's gray, violets. They're very hard to make. Pinks are hard to make the right pink. Okay, so here we have another leaf going. We're making them all kind of this color, and later we can put the green on top. Look amazing. Okay? Nora, is it working for you, the gold story?
Yeah, it's working great.
Perfect. So there's another one here showing
I'm
up.
using liquid text.
Ooh. This one is this guy here. And you see, I told you about the stripes. We'll try to get rid of them. Putting more color in there. Okay. Now we have this guy that is playful. It goes out and twirls around. It has a lot of personality. That's a dry one here. Oh no, needs water. Okay. Was it the wave that we painted last time? I forgot what we did. What is it? On Friday?
Oh, wait.
Oh
The
yeah,
wave.
everybody did excellent on that one. Amazing. You see how pretty the colors are starting to look here? So when we put all those greens, it's gonna be so pretty. The trick is that we don't put any of that color here. The light is only here. So that's the trick. Don't put any of that in here. Very watered down version. When I say watered down, doesn't mean dripping. It means very little of the color on the water. We're going to put here this shadow. Okay, everybody looks at me. We're putting the shadow right here. So we go right there, flat, flat, go into the bush, touch the green. That's what makes it disappear, kind of. And the happy smiley face. And then just drag it that way. I painted over my green a little bit on the border. That makes it disappear. So here, let's get really close. You see that? So we have our secret garden, huh? Dreams. We should put these on a window and dream and dream. It's like I want to paint huge murals on the street sometimes. If I had time, I will do that. Who has Naples yellow? 1, 2, Naples yellow. 3, Nora does, Steph does. Julie, do you have Naples yellow? Yeah. Leslie?
I had cadmium, lemon, cadmium yellow, and I have no idea.
So
Pretty primary yellow.
you need a tan color to do just this little trick here. So you can be lemon with a tiny bit of white to create a contrast between these guys, okay? So let's get, it's any cream color, ivory. So Naples yellow is the ivory, and look at this color. Yeah, something that can look like that. So for these, Christina, you need nothing, a hair, okay? Very little. Christina, you should wait until I tell you guys to put the color on the plate, and then you know how much you need. So little, nothing. Okay, so with your flat brush, clean, because I don't want any color on your brush because it takes over the yellow that we're going to put in there. If you need to clean your water, you clean it, but look at me and then you do that. Naples yellow, you see tiny bit, tiny bit. If you don't have it, it's white and yellow basically. And you just go here on top of that. I don't see too much of a difference, so I need to put white on mine. I need to make it bright. So let's put some more white on Naples yellow. You want a contrast. Because this is the trick of the painting, right here. A little bit of it right there, right there. And on top of the bush, a little bit of that touching my bush. And you know, there is a light going down here. You just go like this. On the border of your bush, all the way down. I want to create a little bit of light. Later we'll put that lemon color in there, okay? I'm going around this, creating a background that is mystical and soft and gentle and okay. So that's how you make things look that they're on the back. You see that?
Where did you do it underneath? Sorry, can you just show those strokes again?
Yeah. So I started here and then I went down here because I want to open up. That's my background opening up right there. I touch my green and I went a little bit on the sky and I went around this guy. That way everything looks like it's behind. Yeah.
Did you do a line on the walkway or no? Or underneath the bushes?
No, it's just
Okay.
the top. It's like the sun behind the bushes. By the way, where is um, Maria?
She went to Colorado.
Wow. So you see, I put color here too. By the way, did you put that one?
No, no.
So it's here. The light color is here because we're creating this light that you see here. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. So it looks like it's behind things. This is a fun painting. I love it. It's discovering things. It's really pretty and simple. So I keep on going with the light stuff. I have some lights here. You see 1, 2, 3 lights. The light is peeking through the trees here and here and here. So I grab my Naples yellow and I do that. Bing, bing. Grab the Naples yellow, which is tiny bit. Don't mix too much. I already kind of have a lot of light there already because I haven't done the dark. So there's some light here and there that later is coming out. There is some light on this guy here. And that's it. Later we can do the flowers. I want this one to beam a lot, this one on the top. So I just want to put that white here. So when I put the other colors right here, it doesn't show. Right now it doesn't barely shows, but I just want it to beam a little bit. Okay. So what else is in light to make sure? Okay, so now we go back to our lemon yellow, which is the green with yellow.
Excuse me, Graciela, could you go over where you just put the
white.
Naples yellow?
I put it here. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, down where?
Right here. 1, 2, 3. 1,
Oh.
2, 3. You see there is some Naples yellow there?
Oh, yeah.
Mine is so white that is I have it. So I don't need to worry. Then there will be some Naples yellow here. So I just went here. It's very light, you barely see it, but I just want it to be crisp. So when I'm putting the other colors, beans.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm planning for the future.
okay.
Okay, so now we're moving to,
Wait, Graciela, you didn't tell her you also did some on the right-hand side by those bushes, by
where?
the gold.
This one?
No, on the right-hand side. I thought you did a couple, yeah, over there. Didn't you do a couple strokes over there?
I did one here,
Oh,
here,
oh, okay.
right there. Good looking, not everything. I like that. Okay, so now let's move to the happy yellow, excuse me, green. If it's too happy, you can tone it down. It's like, oh my God, that's very loud. We need this here, in between the trees, a little bit of it. I am using just the border of my brush. Why don't we switch to the detailing one, because this one, like a detail brushing round. Yep. We need very little, by the way, Christine, a tiny bit of that color. And I want to create a little bit of the bushes on the top, bushes on the bottom, going this way and around on the top. And that's it. Don't overdo it. Now, there are also some tiny ones here on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, going in there. That gives the idea of that there is a growing grass under it. So I'm going very close. You see that?
Can you just say what you did again?
I know you're going really fast.
I am? I am sorry. Okay. So here,
Oh, that's where you put the light green?
yeah, and the grass.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, that's all you put that's the only place you put the light green.
Yeah. And you put it right here. Just a little bit of a border for that. You see, that creates already a 3D effect if you do a little bit of the grass on the bottom. Yep. I can imagine them painting on when you see somebody paint the whole time and they never stop. That must be so hard to do, to follow. Yeah. Okay. So there is some happy greens happening here. We need to put them first with our detailing tiny brush. Not so tiny. It's like, let's see what number this is. It doesn't tell me. This is not a fancy one. Okay, so I want to put some polka dots in here. Just so when I put my dark, I didn't kill it too much. So I'm putting some happy, look at me everybody, some green, going around, going around, going around. When you put all the dark, this will take more shape, okay? Happy little guys going in and out, right there. They can come out of the planter once in a while, it's okay. You can go up. Why am I leaving this with no paint? Because it's going to be really dark and it doesn't have any of those colors. So I stop and you put your happy paint in there, please. The light green. Normally you paint the whole thing in purple basically and you put all these colors on top, but that's very hard to do teaching a class because you don't see, you only see like a black purple mass, and then you start discovering things. So that's very complicated. Okay, so everybody catch up with the little garden there? We're going to put now, with our detailing brush, the same green, only a few strokes, please. We need one here, one mossy thing going here. Ooh, that's so pretty. Another one here. Please look at me. And then on top of that. And the trick is that you gotta pour over going down the ledge of your walkway. So you go down, yeah? That thing is growing in the border, growing on the border, growing on the border, going down. And then to cover this here, but the trick is that you left your border dark and in one place came down. So I'm going to put it really close and I'll show you again. The border has moss, it came down. It's growing on your tile, on your stone, growing on the stone. And remember, when the class is over, you can go back and put gulps of color and it will look so great. Yeah? You can, if you go and shop for more greens, you can put more greens in there. It will be so pretty. I'm not putting more moss here because that's dark, okay? This green is going to look so pretty against the dark purple. Now, I just discovered, well, no, I leave you alone. I'm just reminding me something here before I forget. There's a reason to the madness. I'm putting it here too.
Is that green?
Yeah, I'm making my planter smaller because I discovered there is a peak here where the light peeks through and that's really important. So I made my planter shorter and I just need to do a border so we know where it is, right there, you know. The reason why is the light is peeking through there, so just put the mossy color there. There will be another color on the floor. Now, there is some of that color on our leaves, so we're going to put some of that, one at a time. Everybody looks at me. Very little of that color. We don't need too much. By the way, close the colors because they dry up. Within 20 minutes, they'll dry. So the containers, if once you open it, you gotta close it right away. Look at this beautiful leaf here. So it goes down this way and it has a little guy in the center. Yeah, it's kind of like this. Okay, so we're going to do the same here. I picked, this is my dry leaf. This is the one that is not so dry. It has a center and it has a border that goes in, down, and a border right there. We will put dark colors, we'll put all that. Let's put it really close. Yep, how you doing? Do you have to go?
Oh, actually, my daughter just texted me. I can stay a little bit longer.
Nice.
Yeah, so, yeah.
We move to the next The next one is going to have that green going down. Always put your brushes in the water. They kind of get stiff if you don't while you paint. So the next one will have the same green we're talking about. This one goes, this is what makes the painting interesting, is breaking it by going this way, straight. So we go straight, da, 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 and kind of smoosh it. And that's it. I just put it on top like that. See, it's just a blob of color. Later, if you put layers, you won't see the fence. Okay, so the next one with the same color, same light color. There are a couple going down this way, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I just want to come down. You can have your own leaves with whichever way you like them. It doesn't have to be my leaves, you know. One goes out that way, and I don't think I want this one, or maybe, yeah. That's what makes it interesting. So this one goes that way. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's just saying I'm there. Right there. And the last two are here, 1 and 2. On the top with the same lime green. One coming down, another one coming down. One goes here, and the other one goes there. And it's just, the dark color is the shaper. Right here. We will need 2 drops to create some clearance on the dark. That I want to put 1, 2, 3. These little dots that you see here, later we will put them, but I want to make sure I have them. So 1 here, 1 there. Whatever they pick out, let's make sure we open it. And you can go around now the tree and put in a little bit of that green here. See, there's some green here, just a little bit, very diffuse. That's it. So I let you catch up because right now you have a lot to do there. And I think this time I want to see gardens. Anybody wants to show me first? Oh my gosh, can you see that? No? Yes, yeah, very nice, Julie. Okay, who's next? Oh, nice. This is Christina. Wow, good job. Let's see, Nora's going to show now. Oh, that's so pretty. I love the colors. The quality of your colors, I can tell they're really nice because they're, depends on the quality, sometimes the richness of it. Mine are not good quality, so they're very see-through. Okay, so who is next? Leslie. Wow, Leslie, love it. Very nice. She has a lot of modern look to it. I feel like I'm in LA, you know, kind of that kind of look. Turn of the century house, kind of. Okay, not turn of the century, mid-century. Okay. Judy, you wanna show me your green? Oh,
You see?
nice. I like the leaves. They're going to be nice and big. Steph, have you show us? Pretty, and you also have big, wonderful leaves coming down. Yay. Good, looking good. Everybody has it together. Okay, so I think we're ready to do the wall. So we can really start painting the wall and the purples and all that. So, okay, who has paints gray? Or who doesn't?
I don't.
So Judy, you have black and blue.
What was the color, Graciela?
Paints gray. Paints gray. Let me show you how it looks like. And before you pour it anywhere, this is like a black blue. And maybe it's the darkest color here. You can use purple and black. Okay, so very little. You can always grab more. Oops.
Can
Okay.
you use blue and black or?
Yeah. You
Okay.
see the color? Yeah, because you want it to, or you can use, yeah, you don't have purple, do you?
Yeah, I do, but
Okay,
what?
we'll save it for the next one. So black and blue will create this color. I'm going to paint with it so you know what color I'm talking about. Now, really important that your brush doesn't have any color because it will cloud that color. This color is sensitive, like me. Okay, so look at the color. It's kind of a gray blue. Yeah. And eyes on me, then you can create your color. This one is the one that creates the shadow for that ball right here. Shadows are on the bottom of things. So let's say I have a ledge here and another one here. You see? I'm just rubbing it under this one. Now, don't go over the plant, go in between. Only on the bottom part of your plants, because the top is blue, of your wall, in between your leaves. It's going down, that's your wall. Okay, let's do it. Ah, I forgot to tell you, this part is really dark on the back. This is really dark. So it's kind of like the one that designs the leaves. You see, by doing that, the leaves showed up. Okay, so let's do this wall first and then we find the leaves. But you see how we found them? That cool? So whoever has to go, you can request the tape to finish it. If you have to go somewhere or whatever, we can tape it and Maureen can send it to you. So all I did is going like this with the paints gray, going under whatever my main molding is. This wall is dark here. It looks like I grabbed the black. I need to grab my paints gray, sorry.
Excuse me, Graciela. I had to step away from the camera for a sec. What color are you using?
Paints gray.
Thank you.
And all you're doing is going under the shadows of your structure, of the lion head that you have on top or something. That would be cool. A lion picking out out here, an eagle, or nothing. Now, we didn't put it all the way up here. Nora, because this is going to be blue, this part of the wall.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Paints gray and make it look plaster, like weather, like it's more color in one place, less color in the other place. This is really important how you do this stroke here because it's in an angle going up, and the border of your structure. Wow, that's looking good. I like it. I'm going to stop there. So when you get there, please don't do this yet because those are shadows, just what I have. We're discovering the leaves with the black and the Payne's gray. We're starting to detail, basically. Leslie, I'm missing Wendy. She would have liked this one.
Yeah, she would have.
Say hi. Let's say you have a fountain on the background, on the background there. Whatever you put in the back, let's say a bench or something, has to be very light. It's not the same intensity of the colors closer to you. So whatever you decide, your painting back on the back is very pale and not detailed. It's just little bit of hits of color. I'm the Zoom director in this house. Oh. Okay, let's move. Yeah. Okay. So there is black and there is paint gray on this painting. So right now we're just doing the lighter gray, which is the Payne's gray. Okay, so we go back. You will have time to prepare it. Look at me now. Everybody looks at me. We're going to detail our tree. This tree, okay? And later we put some blue on it. So this tree is basically very dark, very dark. So I wanted to, let's do this leaf first so we don't kill it. So there's one leaf that goes here. And it goes in and out, kind of like a banana tree. I don't know what kind of tree it is. You see that guy? It has some in and outs. Maybe we do the leaves first so we don't destroy them. There's another one going down. And I just go in and out, in between. Doesn't have to be exactly like mine. You have your own leaves in your own garden.
What color are you using?
Payne's gray.
Gray and white, black and white?
Yeah, black and blue.
The same color?
The same as the wall.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you use in the wall. That was black and blue. This one is like a leaf going out. See, yeah. And then this guy that is going straight like an arrow has dark on the bottom. Goes in and out. Yep. And this guy here has a border I need to make my color again because it disappeared. Oh, okay, here it is. I have a leaf going this way and that way.
Okay, it's too hard to catch up, man.
Too hard to what?
Oh, I didn't realize I was on. It's it's hard to watch you paint and then to go back to paint what you're painting. It's easier to do it at the same time that you're doing it. So,
I'm going to stop because I wanted, some of you are really fast and I'm going to stop so you know what to do, and I'm going to put it very close to you so you can copy what I did. I just want to make sure some of you start going in one direction and then it's too late. So all I did is trace around the leaf. You see it's not even very defined, it's just the dark around. Okay, so take your time finding those leaves going down. Payne's gray, which is black and blue. And it's the kind of leaf you want to have. Doesn't have to be exactly like mine. What happens to me, I never get to finish my paintings. I have closets full of them. Um, I finish it, but everybody should go again, apply more color and tweak it, and that's what makes it more beautiful. So I'm always just with the first step, but not the second one. Okay. You need more Payne's gray. Are we ready to move forward? Yep. Okay. So we will do these three at the end. I don't want to get more confusing. I think we have a lot of stuff going on. So now this is a border that is curvy, not too straight, where this planter is. So let's do the plant first. We go a little bit of things going here. And then when you go down, just make it a little bit flat but curvy a little bit because it's kind of like rocky, not perfect. Yep, so you can do that now, please. I'm tweaking my plant. We will put black and colors back in there. we will tweak that plant to look beautiful. More realistic or whatever. It's like a once you do the border, you gotta create like the rocks here, something dark that is flat against the wall, that have some texture. Just like that. We will have some black in there. And it's slightly just erase it going this way so it looks flat. Go that way a little bit. Later we do the black border, and that is inside of it. I want it to be rustic, like that. Now, it's important that you do this to your border. An edge and the edge. Really important. It looks better. If you run out of Payne's gray, make more because we're going to use more. Not too much, but we need it. If you buy colors, white is the bigger container you need to buy. The colors, you don't need big containers. It's more of the whites and the main color, blues and greens. Okay, so there's a shadow for what we see on top. So if we have that leaf, we go on the ledge and we just go press. And this is the shadow for this.
Graciela,
Yep.
I have to leave. It's
Who is this?
this is Christina.
Yeah.
I will ask if you can send the recording so I can finish. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Okay.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Send me a photo.
I will.
Okay. Okay. So right there, this is the shadow, and the shadow under it, under it, under it. So you see it's a very thick shadow going. So now we're going to be dramatic. We're going to create the drama on this garden. So it goes, the shadow follows that leaf, goes into the floor, and goes flat into the sidewalk. Sidewalk or walk. I gotta say that. Yeah, sidewalk. This leaf also has a shadow, so go under the leaf, scrub, 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 and a little bit over the sidewalk, going down and then bleeding out a little bit. Later with the black, we do a few tweaks to that one. So you're doing the same to every leaf now. Dark, only here, going there, inside, a little bit on the wall, making sure that you're creating that shadows. These ones, they all have it, so we don't need to do any more of that. We'll do it with blue. I just wanted to create the shadows for the floor for these two. Looks like she put some for this guy here too. for this bush. There's a lot of dark, and there's some dark on the sidewalk. It's okay if you kill your plant a little bit. It's okay because you put greens later on top. So I went back and I put touch, touch, touch. That gives me a ledge. Once in a while, like a rocky kind of area. You will get a photo of these too, so you can copy. But I need to go slightly faster so we finish. You can always, don't polish it to the end. You can leave it behind and polish later. Yeah? So put more water on your paint spray. We're going to do some detailing on the rocks of the floor. More water, so it's not so strong. Everybody looks at me, please. Drop what you did here because that you can do later. Don't worry so much about that. This line is important. This happy line that is like a smiley guy here. And then there's one here. Then we jump. If it's too strong, looks funny, make it more watery. We're creating the border of the rock a little bit. And a little bit here. I'm rubbing the color. Will be some purple in there, so that's why it's not purple right now. Create the borders of your rocks a little bit. Put more of the dark moss once in a while. Be creative a little bit. When you go down, remember it's going down this way and then goes up because it's a ledge here. So you go in down this way. Now jump a little bit. Go into the rocks. This is free form. Just learn how to do one and then you know how to do the rest. I'm just tweaking it now, so please do that. There will be a purple on top of that and a lavender. So basically we're just forming some darkness around the moss. I'm going to take like a minute break, so by the time I come back, all this is formed. Let's put it right here so you see more. You see it's not a big deal. It's mossy looking. It's just blobs of color. Keep the structure of the stone. If it's here, it's gone down. If it's here, it's going flat. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I need to see photos of your waves, ladies. You should send it to me so we can share with the group. Everybody did really good job. Okay. I only got like 2 people send me the wave. Okay. Let's see. Now we are going to continue with the Payne's gray. You see there is the dark ledge here. And we're going to finally create all these bushes, okay? So Payne's gray. I think I need to get more from my container. This will be a cool painting if you use the knife later and you put gulps of paint on top, like a Monet style. That would be very pretty. Okay, so eyes on me, please. So let's create this border here. This is basically this is a plank of wood or concrete going this way. And then it's kind of going that way. It has a ledge, a lip, you know, the top of that. I barely put color in there because later we go with the lavender on top. So let's do that little trick there. And you see how ugly it looks if I don't finish my corner, my edge? It's messy. It's good to finish it. Now you can charge $1,000 more. Now, with the same Payne's gray, we're going to start from the top to the bottom. Oh, sorry, we forgot to do the shadows from here, and later we put that green. Very watered down version of the Payne's gray, okay? Watered down version of the Payne's gray. We create this shadow here again. My goodness, that shadow is dark, dark, dark. We go on top, and just once in a while, we put some of that darkness in there. I want to make sure this looks like it has some texture, so I'm just putting a little bit of drops of something in there. So when I put the green, it looks good. So this is a very watered down version of that Payne's gray, going like that. But I left some of the greens on the border so I don't kill it. See, there's a green border. Put a little bit of texture on the bottom. The bottom of my painting has no finish, so I gotta do it. Finish that in the corner. Now it looks better. Okay, so now let's make all these goodies here. This is your garden. You can put any flowers you want later, if you want more. It has a rose bush here, or some kind of a bush. So we need to put the trunk for that with Payne's gray again. I want to do it in a watered down version. So everybody looks at me, please. This is where you do your own garden, whatever you want to do. So I have this big tree here. So there's one guy that goes down, goes up, up, and it has flowers coming out of that. Okay, now there are little guys here, later you put the flowers. And just poke it with the paint spray, whichever way you want to go. Important part is that you put it all the way on the border. Okay, so go ahead and start doing that. It's not really defined. Can you look at me 1 second? I want to make sure you see this. You go here and rub it like a cloud. And you can go as high as you want. Just maybe create a little bit of interest on the top. And now you can go and do that. I'm just making mine a little bit prettier. Okay. Making sure my borders are done. Putting a little bit of leaves here and there. Happy guys going in and out. Really happy guys.
Graciela, can you show it closer? Sorry.
See, very just little dots in the bottom and very melted away on the top, but very much cover the whole thing. And on the top of the tree, I just want little gray little guys going out like it's a tree.
Did you cover the green with the
Yeah,
gray,
yeah.
the whole thing?
Yep. Very watered down because you see it makes it look like, oh, look at that. When I get really close, you see all those little details that happen. Yeah, all I did is a wash of that paint spray going like that. And the bottom, you see, I'm making little bunches of flower. You can make any kind of flower later that you like. We're going to start putting all the dark. So when we put our flowers, they beam. I'm leaving some white in between, so when I put the red, it looks red. But it doesn't matter if you don't have it. It's okay, you know. So we need this famous green, the olive green that is more ochre and more of the green. If you own it, please look for something like this color here. If not, we make it with brown and ochre and green. So let's get the brown out and the green and the ochre, which I already have here. So I have ochre, tiny bit of green, and a tiny bit of the brown. I want to make a green very different than whatever you had done before, Judy, because I know you don't have this green, but you see it's a muddy color. I give you time to mix it. I want you to see where I'm putting it. And you ladies can look for it in a minute. So you see my muddy green? Okay, so everybody looks at me, please. We're going to stir from the top to the bottom on this part. This is my 3. Let's just go around on this tree. It has a little bit of that color. Then it jumps to the back of here. And just on the back, it's kind of darkish. I'm rubbing it a little bit. And maybe I stop because it's going to get a little bit fishy if I keep on going. Okay. So do that, please. I'm going to put it really close. Don't kill those beautiful colors on the back. It's just let some see through. Here. Here's the muddy color tree. We stop where we put that white yellow color before. Okay. The same color, you jump this, don't do anything here. We're going to put it right here, the moss to cover this corner. So that pretty color that we just made, the same, grab it, eyes on me please. It's showing right here once in a while, going that way. I am rubbing it like that because I want it to look like moss. Finish the corner. Okay, so do that, please. It's okay once in a while to jump into the green a little bit. That's so pretty. We started to see my garden, your garden. Let's see the time. Oh my gosh. I gotta keep up the pace just slightly. I don't know what this is, but I'm not doing that. It's amazing how that color is grounding things, making it look amazing. For the ones that already did that, you have to go back to that mossy color. Make more if you don't have enough, because that's the one that goes on the rocks. So it's the yellow, the brown, and the green. A bit more ochre, yellow ochre. Let's see if it's the same color. Nope, it's too dark.
Graciela, it's Nora. I have to take a phone call, but I'll look forward to the video.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Everybody's going to get the video today. too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay. So make the ochre color the same green that we made here. Okay. Now these rocks have that. So let's put it there. These rocks have it a little mossy here. A little cutie petunie showed up in there. Another cutie petunie is coming this way, and oops, it goes down here. It's growing to meet this guy. So they're growing and crossing across. When we put the lavender, it will make more sense. Okay, so I don't want any more of that green. Just going down here a little bit, right there. So let's do the walkway, please. The moss is growing. think it's time to make sure we are connected on my electricity. Let's look and see if you have enough. Yep. Okay, so that mossy, beautiful green is growing also in these bushes. So one leaf, another one, another one, another one for these guys here. And some happy ones in between, but not too many, just a few. So there's a plant here that is going to have all those flowers. And that's a part of the painting you can play with later to make those bushes and all that look better and better. Okay, so I just did 1, 2, 3 here. I poke it here once in a while. I just put a little bit of that mossy color. Maybe on the border here would be cute to have some of that growing. Because these are rocks, you can go down a little bit here and make it look a little bit rocky. But I think it's looking good just like that. Okay, so everybody looks at me now. More watered down because it's far away. It's in the background. I want to put some of that here on top of this black, so it's not so strong, and under it. And on my planter, 1, 2, 3, just a little bit here on this plant, just on top, like growing up. I'm going to get really close. So all I did is here, right there, right there, right there. Okay. Let's put it back in there. So now look at these leaves. They have that nice color in there. So we're going to put it on the leaves. The same mossy color that we had before, we put it on the back of this leaf here. Really important. Right here on the back. And I'm just rubbing it. It's okay if it goes on the border of the black. It's okay if it touches it because it gives you another pretty color. So that's the back right here. On a watered down version, you're going to create some veins, some texture on the plant, some finishes as a border. And that's something you can take the time later because I want you to do a good job of just rubbing the color. So for now, just look at me. Later, you can do this. This is too much to do right now, and I want to do the wall. So look at me now. Go down here. Just put a little bit of that color where you think it's going to look good. Maybe here to give a little bit of shadow to my ochre, to give me the idea of a leaf. Maybe here, because it's a little bit too strong. This will be homework. I want to do the purple and lavenders and the colors, okay? That can be done when I'm going after we do the wall. but I'm just showing you where this color went, just on the borders a little bit. You can always go back and put all the light colors. So to move forward, because I have to, let's put some of the light blue. This is a black with blue. So any blue, like a primary blue, will be fine. And get the
What
purple.
color blue?
I got a primary blue, but it can be a ultramarine blue or cobalt blue, any blue you want. Phthalo blue, everybody likes that one. And your purple, like the deep purple, we need that guy out now. So this purple, yep, because that's the dark. And this blue. Sorry, I didn't show you the blue. So these two colors, okay. If you don't have purple, that's the hardest color to make. Okay, so now eyes on me. I may have to keep on painting and everybody may need the video, okay? Let me see, yeah, I'm sorry, I have to do that. Okay, so I have my deep purple, which is so pretty. I wanna test it here. If I put it here against my wall, yeah, against this wall on the bottom part, I'm just going like that. Purple, purple. I go, because this is a wall here. Yeah, remember? The wall was right there. This is the border of my wall in which I'm just going to make sure I know where it is. Right there. And my border here, my border there, and a little bit rub it in between your colors here. It's a pretty color to have. So all I'm doing is putting a little bit of that purple in there. So at this point, I just want everybody to look at me, and you may have to just look at the video later. Because there's a lot to do still. Then with the blue, my blue, just a little bit. You put a little bit if you think it's too strong, and you put it here. See how pretty that is? And you go down. This is phthalo blue, primary blue, going down in between, going down in between because that's the wall. This is this part here. So that has that color. You can make it as light or dark as you want. Make sure you create your border for your plant. Okay. Where also I have that blue. When you grab a tiny bit of the white over the blue, white with the blue, you have these little gulps of flowers in here. So you just go one here, one there, one there. I'm pointing. Why am I seeing half and half? Because my brush has half blue, half that color. And when I press, you see that? When I press like this, I just get the two colors at once. Then you can do and decide, oh, I want a few here and a few here. Yeah. Maybe I want some little guys here. Okay. That's part of the garden. Now we clean our brush because it has a lot of blue in there. Now you need white and the purple, and you have that pretty lavender. Okay, white, purple, and you have that beautiful lavender. You're going to use the lavender to put it right here and create your wall. My brush had blue and gave me that blue bottom because I didn't clean my brush. So you need to clean it if you want a nice lavender wall. That pretty lavender, which is white and purple. I advise you to just look at me for now, and then you can take the video and play with it. So their pokiness here and here of light. And this guy, really important. You go here and you grab it on the floor. My brush keep having blue. Please clean the brush. I don't know where it came from. So lavender, it's supposed to be lavenderish here. I'm grabbing it, grabbing the lavender. The lavender, I have to make it again. White, purple, picks through my planter, through that plant. Yep. I want a kiss here and a kiss there. A little kiss here of lighter color of lavender. So I use white and lavender, and I make it a little bit lighter, and I make this little highlights of whatever you created on your wall. Just go 1, 2, 3. This has to be dark, so I just put it here. Rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it. Okay. Once in a while, you put a little bit of the lighter color to make it look more 3D. I'm going to get it really close so you can see what I did. And take your time looking at that. That's how you create concrete walls. Now we have the top of that wall to work with. So it's on the darker side. We put the lavender, but I go with black. Where's my black? Here. And the top of my wall, I just go here, rubbing it this way, not too much, because later, this is the trick, the white and the purple, you go here and you create your ledge from the border. This is my border. In, making it muddy and going this way, going that way, going this way. Yep, that had that edge. Now, it would be cool to have a border here. So I just go down, and that gives me the idea of the border of my wall. If you want, once in a while, scrape it down, scrape it down. So I'm going to get really close again, so you can see that pretty wall. Yeah. Can't wait to see later what you come up with. You can make light colors if you want, light blues. You can make your wall any color you want. Really pretty. As long as you do this shadowing, it will look really, really good. Okay, so now with black, really important, we just grab our black, pure black. We need to deepen a little bit of details on this guy. So we just put a little bit of black in between this flower or planter or whatever plant. And that gives it a little bit of that shadow effect. Once in a while, we put black here on the border, here, right here. It's stronger than the paint's grade, so go here a little bit on the border once in a while.
Sorry, can you go over where you're putting just the black?
Yeah. At this point, everybody please look at me because you're going to get lost if you wanna try to catch up. So black goes on the plant under it because it's a shadow. Right here is darker than the Payne's gray, so you need to do it once in a while to create shadows that are darker than the Payne's gray, which is kind of the idea of a rock. Like there is a rock in there. Here and here and here. This is very dark, so you use the black. This is my fence here. So under the flower, very, very dark. That's what makes it green. And up here, I'm using black. Leave some kind of the lightness if you want. This is very dark here. I want it rubbing it around. Just rubbing it. That black is what makes it. So here, you can create a little bit of a shadow on this, so it's not so obvious. To kind of diffuse this guy. I'm there, but I'm not there. Kind of look. I'm putting a little bit of shadows on my leaves with the dark, but it's just a little bit of a shadow saying that's where the leaf goes. You do that with a very watered down black. You just go here. Once in a while on your leaf, just a little bit of black to create peace in the area. Later you go back with the colors and you put it back in there. The fun part about this painting is that there's a lot of homework and you have more painting to do, but is the more you discover, the better it looks. So now black again, we go here and we find this bush again. Yep. I'm gonna make sure I have some cohesive, yep. A little bit of the black makes it, the shadows stand out more. So I think, oh, look, there's some white in there. I don't know why, so I'm going to get rid of it. Yep. Okay, so here, let's go to the sidewalk now. I'm putting lavender there. That's why it's white. So with the black, you're going to find your stone once in a while. Once in a while. A little bit here and there. Remember, the stone comes down. It has an edge to it. It goes once in a while with this stone. When we put the purples, you won't believe the transformation. So it's going to be amazing, amazing. Okay, so more black. We're doing all the black stuff. Now we go here, on the bottom only, here, here, on the edges. In between the planter, we put some black. If you notice on the painting, there is a lot of happy blacky smileys. This is very dark here. This is very dark here. You can put some structure on the floor so it doesn't look so pale on the bottom part. Just a little bit. I'm rubbing it so it looks like moss going in there. When you do that to the floor, it just looks like moss. We keep on talking black, black, black. Okay, so now we have this big leaf here. There's another one there. And we keep this dark. This song, Happy Guys Going Up. We put back some of the tree branches. So that's where the red is going to go. We don't need to put too much in here. It's just a little bit of darkness. Okay. We have that going. Where else do we need the black? Okay, this tree is really important. This tree has a branch, and another branch, and another branch, and there's something going on in there that goes down. The branch has dark bulbs of paint going around the branch and kind of diffusing it. There are some little leaves going, happy ones, that sometimes show. I'm gonna leave this kind of light here. I like it, so I can see my, but if you don't, all you have to do is cover it a little bit more. We're going to put some blue in there. So the same blue that you put here is going to go up there. So now let's put that blue, which is the phthalo blue in my case. And I just go around and rub that color once in a while. Just once in a while over the black. I'm just rubbing it, going like this. And the trick is that you gotta make it as strong as this here. Right there and here. You're going to go with the blue because that tree goes down there. And you go with the blue. In between. And that's the background. Is that pretty or what? Love it. Almost there. Almost there. We have some happy flowers in. If you don't have that red that is called raw sienna, you need is a brown with red. Okay. So raw sienna is this color. Raw sienna, which is a brown with red. And we're going to put that happy color, which is a brick color, basically, is here. So there's some, I want to make my bushes a little bit nicer than what that person did, or my flowers, I say, is what I wanted to say. So there's some here, right here, with that color. There's some pouring here, right there. That's not the red yet. That's just the freaky color. So 1, 2, 3. I want to put a few here. Okay. This color is really pretty. If you mix it with a little bit of the purple, the red and the purple gives you a mauve color kind of. For your leaves will be nice if you have some of it on the borders of the dry ones. If you go like this, with this red, brown, red and purple, I'm sorry. You see, that gives you a nice little shadow color that you can put in some of them to make them look like they're a little bit dry. They're toasty and beautiful. And it goes down that way. See, I'm going to get really close so you get a view of what I'm doing. So when you're doing, I'm going to pause here for like 2 minutes. No, well, 2 minutes is too long, but you see some of that redness on the leaves, on the dryness of it. These little guys here, going down. I'm going to put it here so you can see it. Now you can appreciate how light is in the back and it's getting dark to light. Now we have to look for a hot pink. It's very hard to make hot pink because it's done with a cool red and white. So that's a color is best to buy. Magenta or a crimson will do it. So I have this is the magenta color. This is a light magenta. That I'm putting a tiny bit on my plate, very little. Now we go back with this color that we made with the red and the purple. And we're going to make kind of a purplish, reddish, pinkish, dark pink color to put these flowers here. So I want, what he did is he just went around like a circle and another one here and another one there and one here and one there. But you can put your flowers wherever you think you like them. So, ooh, there's some blue that came out of nowhere. I like it. Then you go with your magenta, and you make a flower. You just poke it in a circle, poke it, and poke it once in a while. And the homework will be to make those leaves greener and put more.
What color, I'm sorry, was that, Graciela?
So I made the background with like a purplish color with red, a mauve color, and I made circle, 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 and then I went with magenta, which is a pure magenta or pink, to have light. You see, there's light in there.
Can you just show where those are? Sorry.
Here,
Can you bring it?
yeah.
Thank you, sorry.
So you see the flowers?
Yeah.
You create the dark, and then by poking, it looks like a flower. But make a nice garden, but don't make it too crazy with too many flowers because you want it to be dark. The homework will be to put all these colors in here again, but on the darker side, so it's kind of dark to light, okay? Now, we have a mauve color here that is a pink. If you already have it, you look for a mauve color, like a a dark pink, dirty pink. If you don't, you put brown on your pink. So this is my brown, which it can be purple and brown and pink. It can give you that color. Purple, brown, and pink can give you that kind of dirty looking color with a little bit of white if you don't see it. But this is what makes the painting. Everybody please look. You go here and you apply it. It's too dark. I need to put white on my color. Okay, so I put a little bit of white on the color. White so it shows. So here, on my rocks, I'm putting a little bit of this mauve color here. And it kind of rose right there on the rock. Later we put the purples on top. It's okay to touch the black. It looks good when you touch the black. And here, that happy color. Okay, There is some here for light, right there. And on the border of my planter, I have that color. On the border of these planters. Yep, so I gotta get closer. Let's take a good look again. I put it on the border of my planter. Oops, sorry, border of the planter. A little bit over this black on the rock, on this part of the rock. And right here, a little bit going down a little bit right there. If you want to put some on top, you can put some pink in there, some in there. Okay. That mossy color is, oh, excuse me, this is really important right here. Everybody looks at me. If it goes here and here on the wall, it looks good. Just on the bottom right there. So right here,
What,
right here.
the pinkish color?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You may have to watch this thing all over again at the end. Okay. Now, really important, the pinkish color goes on top of the ledge here. But it's very little of it. So I have the top with a lighter color. You see that? So it went right here, just going like that. The leaves, you have to go back and make later with the same colors that we have, that you see in the sample. But the rest, I think, is almost there. Okay, now I go with my purple lavender that we created at this color. And here, we need to put it right here. So, with the blue that we started, that blue and a little bit of the purple, I go back to my rock and I put it here. You can make it lighter, darker, whatever color you like. I kind of like it strong. You put a little bit of water on it because it's a little bit too. And if you lost some of the greens, you go back and put it in there. If you want some of the yellows to come back, you put it back in there. And make sure this has a floor. Yeah. Okay, here, it goes here too. Very dark. Okay, and this has to be dark here because it makes it better. So you go back with the hooker's green and a little bit of purple. Hooker's green, purple, hooker's green, purple. And you put it back there. It has to be dark in order to have that idea of dark. And you put some bigger leaves. Some that are going down, around. Because it has to be dark.
Can you just show one more time quickly where you put the purple on the walkway?
Yeah, right here and right here, which is here and here. Yeah, right here. And the green, the dark green goes all around here because you want to make it dark. It's giving you the idea of leaves going around. That's the hooker's green with purple. You create some action there. You create some bushy-like things. You go back here, please, and put more Hooker's green on the floor. That floor has so many colors, but that's what makes it so cool. It has to be in an angle. Please do this, because that's, if you go in an angle like here, that's what gives it the 3D effect of the lights. And finish the bottom part. And the last stroke, this it became very light and it's a problem. There shouldn't be so much light in there. So you darken that with the green of your choice. It can be, in my case, it has to be dark because the floor is completely dark because of the leaves that are there. Black has to go back, and unfortunately I have to finish really fast because we are over the time. Okay, so here it is, my black. Where's my black? The trick is once you're done with everything, you keep everything super dark. So now you go back to this with black, to this with black. And once in a while, put it back in there, in between. Just create texture on that, guys, with the black. And this shadow is the money making here. This black shadow here at the end. And right here. So the light is peeking through this triangle, okay? Important, important, important. If you lost a little bit of the rock, you put it back. So right now, all you're doing is putting back colors if you think you need them, like the leaves need a little bit of more. But this is it, basically. This is it, and I can't wait to see. You go back and retrace everything, but I want to put it really close. Oh, I love it, looks really good, love it. Okay. A painting takes 8 hours to make. This size, the square foot basically takes 8 hours. So homework, go back and put gulps of paint. And now that you have kind of the basics, you can put more of the mossy color here on top of that green, which is very light, and here finish the leaves. I'm really happy with the light here peeking through. You can put it back with white, by the way. Whatever light you lost, you can put white on the color and just put it back. The important part is that the background has to be dark, so it looks like a tunnel. And maybe what is bugging me is that this should be really dark, this part here. So I'm going to put a little bit of brown, a brown yellow, and I gotta go brown green. Maybe with the ochre and the Hooker's green. I want this. Yeah, now it's good. Just put a little bit of darker color here, just because the light is not there. And on this baby, there shouldn't be any light on this corner. You can go with the green on top, and that makes it mossy. And put white, yeah, it was too light. Remember, you can go back and put all those colors back in there. This is my leaf color that I have some leftover, so I can put it here again. Go back and shape those babies here. That one that has no shape of any kind. Maybe I put a little bit of green so I see it. I'm putting just a little bit of the green of the cooker screen that I have here. But this takes time. I don't want to destroy it for going so fast. So take your time. Send me pictures of your secret garden, please. Hope to see you next week. And see, I have, who's left? 3 left. Thank you so much. Please send me photos. Oh, you can show me what you got. Let's do that fast. Julie, what do you have? Can you talk? So wow. Oh my God, Judy, that looks so good too.
Lost.
Yeah, take photos. Okay, and Leslie, can I see? Nope.
Later.
It's very secretive. It's a real secret garden. Okay. I will send you this photo, and please ask Maureen for the recording, okay? Adios. Have fun. Smile. I don't see smiles.
I know, it's really hard.
I
We're
was
just-
clapping like, yeah, oh my God.
Woo!
Good. Good. No tears.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.